Okay, where the hell am I going? Let's see. Boys and boats. What is up? Switch along a ding dong. I'm gonna have to swim this whole way. Shit. Yep. How's it going? Switch a ditch. I don't know why I said it like that. You turned 20 years old. Wow, you're almost old enough to drink. What year car did you get, John? Talking about like new as in like 2000 or 2010s? It's okay. And I drive a 2010. Bought it a long time ago, but Is it a Japanese car or an American car? Like Toyota, Honda, Subaru, Ford. Because if it's a Japanese car, you're probably 200,000 miles is okay. It'll probably still run for a while. I don't know about an American-made car though, especially not from 2008. Yep, those Focuses, man. Yeah, my wife had a 2007 Ford Focus, and it's so hard because at this point I probably could have fixed it, but back then we had like I had no tools and I knew nothing about cars or anything. Yeah, you'll probably need to change up most of the fluids. And then if you're comfortable doing it yourself, you know, Google has a lot of great options. You just have to find all the best ways to do it. What do you drive now, Switch? Up all the wind crystals here. I can't fucking fly. Oh. That's right, yeah, the 2018. Well, you know, if you find one for cheap. I don't know, I live in Minnesota, so it's like, it is not viable to get a convertible. People get them, but usually it's just like rich old folks. And I know that you can, you know, put the hood down, but it's, my friend had one and it still just got pretty, like, way too cold there.
Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised. Too often our shellless quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear.
I can't use any of these. You know, people always say that the tires being bald, you'll die. Like, it's definitely better to get, you know, new tires. But I think people, unless they're like totally smooth, you're okay there. The too big of a battery, that's really interesting. I guess you gotta just be, you know, when you go to buy a battery, always tell them the make of your vehicle and make sure to know what it is completely and what year, and if it's an LV or, you know, special edition or not, because yeah, you definitely don't want the wrong voltage battery. Yeah, and having too big of a battery, it's usually the issue is too small of a battery. Because if you have too big of a battery, yeah, if it's a brand new battery, I doubt that would happen. If the car starts and ran, you know, you should definitely get it replaced though. Don't, you know, just I don't think that you would have died, thankfully.
I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Ah, that reminds me, Zeramar, will you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less like we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades.
Yeah, because there's enough shielding in most cars, especially on like the wires for the batteries, that even if it was over voltaged, it wouldn't start on fire. Yeah, if there's any battery acid on the connectors, I believe it's baking soda. Because it's a base, we'll just make it safe to like clean them with like a wire brush. So if that's the scenario, if they're too far gone, just buy new ones.
Oh, you're one of the Asian from the beach, leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe, like Tansui said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price.
Is there a shop around here? Oh. Yeah. The car probably would have just died then if they were so loose, but yeah, that's not a good idea. How did he even buy? You know what? Probably better just to ignore it. You know, like more questions I ask, the less it'll probably make sense. Okay. Ooh, that is a fair fall down. Yeah, with Ford Focuses, my wife's, I did have to get a battery, kind of like a metal pull system so that it separates the connectors from the battery terminals. And that's how the vehicles are actually made. But I couldn't tell you for sure if that's the situation with your Focus. Hers was a hatchback. I don't know. Maybe hers was even older than 2007.
You have spoken with the Confederates up above, then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari.
Wait, Tansui said the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away.
Very well. I know just the place.
Always take the problems one car trouble at a time. But hey, you know, if the car was cheap, definitely worth some time to invest there. Oh yeah, free, best price.
Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach, and with this I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Sarvan. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again.
What the fuck is going on with Aneve? That is such a scary thing to say. John, I'm pretty sure he's coming for you. That robot, I don't know. So we finally arrived in Arthur. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor, the element of surprise. Unlike in Girabanya, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect that Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit, but before that, we need to see if this fishing village Tensui was talking all about. Apparently it's going to drive your body somewhere, Aneve. Or, Aneve is going to drive your body somewhere, John.
It may be well. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we kicked the shit out of that guy before.
Filth and squalor everywhere. How very dark. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember?
Yeah, John. I don't know if you've ever seen Maximum Overdrive, but maybe that's what Aneve is gonna do. That movie's pretty stupid, but it's hard to describe if you haven't seen it, just how much electronic equipment is taken over in that movie.
'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You're free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning.
Koji.
They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane. But we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word.
That's why Final Fantasy is so fun, because then you could put yourself in the shoes of the characters, going from like barely being able to swing a sword to killing God, because I think that's every young boy's dream, is to murder God. That was my dream. It still is, but you know. I haven't had my story trigger event to learn magic, so.
Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Oh God. Damn, he fucking killed him.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
Ay, ay, ay. That was a fucked up scene. Good God. So fuck these people. Let's go kill them.
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villagers is as good as dead.
Yeah, you're right.
We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels, to say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me!
Bring him to the tavern.
Oh, that didn't take too long for one of the guys to be captured. Oh, God. I hate it as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. We seem to have evaded their patrols so far. What is that tower anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alphino. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware. Over there, do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Calm down, we had nothing to do with... Oh, wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no.
Time to run. Lise, we save our strength for any give chase. You too, Zeramar.
Okay. Let's see. Actions and traits. Goring Blade is level 54. So they currently equipped there. Deals unaspected damage. Oh, Iron Will. That's what I need to have on. Shit. Okay. Whoops. That makes sense. Why enemies weren't focusing on me. Fast Blade. I don't need that. Okay, let's set to home. Go. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we do is convince them to help us. I wonder if my other mounts are faster. Let's see.
Oh, there's a settlement here, and they've even got their own aetheorite. Wait a minute, I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tanzui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement, mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor, the self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe.
Hey, Tanzui's in.
What wind brings you hither, of all places? Were you not bound for Arthur's shores? I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? Then what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I will take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader. How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. Okay. Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken a half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm gonna stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defenses. Knowing that, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? The Gallians have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight. Now why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Guardians declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. Hey, Zarama, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince him to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust.
Okay. Bankai? A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Yeah, I'm assuming they ain't got shit. Taking an interest in the ship. Ha! Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errand vessels. The larger ones, like this Sekabune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently. What with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around? If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Fetch quest, doing a lot of fetch quests, looking for hints and clues about this colony of people and how to exploit them. Have a good look around, then we just need to wait for Lise. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tansui said, they have no intention of standing up to Yosetsu. I don't know if you two got a different impression. I agree. It's obvious they're struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later. And deep down, they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? It wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that, and you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. Alright. Really nothing I care to use. You've learned the emote Eastern Bow. Whew, hell of a drop there.
You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I have a job for you, Westerner, if you're courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies the carcass of Guiki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those, which may still be of use. While you are about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for me. Very good meat in quick tails, you know. But I did say you need to be a courageous sort, and I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child.
You there? Are you? Have you seen a bumbling cloud of an Iru? A new recruiter ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He's late in returning. Strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to fast. Better than that, a fool never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. One more quest up here.
Call me, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from far-flung shores? Listen well, I have a task for you. Go first to Aokumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to Quickscape Pier and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly.
Let's say please. Gosh. Come up to behest of a filmy for medicine, and my very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful the lot of this dumb and unable to stomach the sea. True Confederate could raise a dozen ships swallowing his cups. Mayhap this one should return once he came. Looking for the Confederate recruit. Or is this one of those where I have to keep doing it? I just have to go to this other area. Got a lurker. Let's see. Confederate recruit. What are you doing back here, buddy? Who are you? You do not look like a man of the Confederacy. Forgive me, 'twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worry that she may have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out to the current till the current claimed it, for the sea is our home, now and ever after. But those who sent thither will burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said.
Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel is now returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. My neck needs a crack.
Oh, why does it shift and shudder still? Masons, give them here. They may look down on me for resort to such measures, but I want to render the world stable and motionless once more. You kind as is for me, you may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able.
Oh, I gotta go like all the way over here. Shit, okay. Maybe I should equip all mount that's a little less annoying. Okay, let's see. Mount guide. What do we got? Let's see what Nightmares is. Oh yeah, that song is way less annoying. Okay. Yeah, John, I don't know if you watched me yesterday, but with Astra, I ended up getting a bunch of special mounts that play different music when they when you ride them, and they're all unicorns. But yeah, right now I'm just doing odd jobs for something called the Confederacy because we need their help to stop the bad guys from murdering innocent people, murdering a lot of innocent people. They've already murdered innocent people. They're trying to murder more of them. So we're just doing odd jobs for the people at the camp, so they trust me. Oh, it's a big guy. Yeah, how's your DayZ base going now? Were you able to rebuild it to specification that that you needed? Because I know you said... Yeah, I don't really like the name Confederacy, but also Japan did not give a fuck about whether or not to say Confederacy or not. Fuck, if you watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they at least at one point sympathize with the Nazis. And it's like, hey guys, could you calm it down a little bit? Iraqi. You have been away for some time, perhaps in search of a young Goiki corpse? I see I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. I pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Goiki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows, too, may be reused when possible. A prudent measure became necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But the... Oh, man, I really need my... Oh, there we go. Had to get my back to correct. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that we must take solace, and wayward travellers need not risk the ire of vengeful Goiki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid.
You are welcome.
So, what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? What? All this time he was standing watch for that funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea how Comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good that you were in my stead, else I would have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude.
Farm for food, a bunch of storage, a garage, the house, with a kitchen, an American flag on the flagpole, a fishing area on the lake with rod holders and tackle boxes and coolers to hold the fish I caught, a whole rack of guns and cabinets and a weed and tobacco farm on my base's roof. Yeah, sounds like you're pretty fucking stocked. Now that is a prepper's house. That's what my farm in up north is gonna all have.
The Daemon was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. But he'll grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first, after all. The captain, too, was once a Doma, though he cast all aside 25 years ago, when the Imperials took his lands and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you too will renounce your ties and join us someday? I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Tenzui unfold it all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. All right.
Well, glad to hear you got it all set up, though, John. Johnny boy. Whoop.
You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything. Ha! Now that you mention it. Lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out to the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest thing, I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to cull the thieving bastards regularly, so happens I set 3 of my mates up there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you could kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of these rotten fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I like.
I need to take the fish first. Whoops. What was the quote from Blade? I mean, besides... Man, I couldn't even name a single quote in Blade. I mean, like, I've seen all the Blade movies, including Blade Trinity, which was not good. That is an aggressive shark. Literally coming out of the water. Let's see. Oh yeah, Holy Spirit. I forgot. Oh man, yeah, Holy Spirit rules. I'll allow it. Said you were bullying because you said motherfucker. It's so funny. Let's see, what level is Holy Spirit is 64. Might actually be able to set that in.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Haha. I'm really glad the sound channel works. Twitch always shocks me when something works really well and I put in very minimum amount of effort, and I don't know why. I always just assume that it's just gonna... Well, then you have to do that. You have to shake your little jingle jangles just because it's almost food time, but it's not quite food time. You got 15 minutes. Holy Spirit. Oh. It's drowning my poor horse. You can lead a horse to water, but you probably shouldn't drown him. Probably.
Oh, Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Damn, before the Kojin started chasing us, their leader asked if we were Doman. They're Yatsuya's catchers, I know it. First Asari, and now this. I've got to tell Rasho and the others. Ah, there you are, Zerama. I heard you went shark hunting. We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I am told. I should like to think we've proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Kojin burst, are you surrounding up Doman Confederates? Surely Yutsuyu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least, I should like to think that he cannot.
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
Every time I touch, I get this feeling.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
Yes.
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh.
I don't know enough about Elder Scrolls to tell you exactly if that's right or not, but if it makes sense to you, then sure.
If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not.
Well,
very
then yes,
easy
they
to
are like the
discuss.
Stormcloak,
It's
because they hate the
exceedingly
Empire.
reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is.
I'm so out of the loop in Elder Scrolls. It's very maybe it's just because I played too much Oblivion and then I never really got into it. And then when Skyrim came out, I was just like, okay, this is just the same thing. And then I just never got into it, and It's so strange considering how much I've gotten into so many other really long RPGs, but maybe it's the first person aspect too.
The question being,
I don't know.
do you trust me?
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Doma, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade, and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
And I think one of the reasons too that I never ended up playing Skyrim and Oblivion, because at the time I'd always rent video games, and like you don't rent Skyrim, you know, like that's a game that you have to buy. And by the time, I don't know, I was old enough to like start buying video games, I was much too interested in doing a lot of other things. And then I got back into buying video games much later. I even tried to do Skyrim VR, and then the graphic fidelity is just really low. And I don't even know why they released it in that state, honestly, because I was having a lot of fun with it, but it just kind of looks like shit. Also, I gotta feed my dog. I'll be right back. Come on, Luna. Okay. Said goodnight to my wife and did all that, so I shouldn't be getting back up.
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on his own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Asari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
Oh, hell yeah. Get these fucking gambling addicts right in the dick.
Refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Excited to get some action here. No, dog's just fine. It's just, you know, I go up there and then my wife's brushing her teeth. I'm like, oh, well, I might as well just stay up here so she can, I can just say goodnight. So I don't have to come back down, come back up, you know.
So, alone you will deal with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice.
Midgar, can you get out of the guy's face?
Two factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials, and so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the Blue on the Isles of Beko. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you.
Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign. Right then, let us head for... Wait, where's Lise? We cannot leave without her.
Where the fuck did she go?
Well, I suppose. I don't know. She's not usually thinking of the streaming world. She's got a lot on her plate in the work world and the thinking world. She does a lot of. It just probably doesn't even pop into her mind, honestly. But I'll I should have her make a Twitch account so that she can just jump in here and say good night, everybody, like right as she goes to bed. Huh? Zeramo? What is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. You worried we won't be able to live up to our promises? No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Lise, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. Does that mean you're going to bed, John, or are you just gonna get less and less sleep? We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save, and we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first traveled to Gira Ibanya, I was in Lims Lomanisa, visiting a friend, a young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie, which sold some of the pastry, which sold one of the most exquisite-looking tarts I had ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one when all this is over. Zaramar too, and I won't take no for an answer. All right. Well, don't push yourself for my sake. I understand for the homework, though. What about your Stola? We never hear the end of it. Oh, poor your Stola. All right. Your Stola too, once she's better. Deal? Good. Then let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. Okay, so we gotta go all the way over yonder. Might as well just swim, I guess. What's this person doing? There's a path up there. Too bad I can't dive underwater yet. Isle of Becco. Isle of Boop-de-Beppo. Glad I made it up here. Wind sprites. Seriously attacking me? I am 10 levels above you. Shit. That was supposed to be down there. That did 2,000 damage, so I'm really worried that if I just jump down, I will die. Which would... oh, looks like there's a way to get around over there. I think this is the Isle of Becco. Though to be honest, it all looks the same to me as however many other islands around here. Rasho said there was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search further inland. Cave. Oh, hey, there's an ether current. Sick. still can't fly yet, but it'll probably make me a little faster at least. Reese is here, so this is probably right.
Is that light I see up ahead?
Oh, this is an underwater area. I didn't even need to swim.
We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By
Under the sea.
12.
Under the sea.
I think we're on the seabed.
Well, well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
Soroban, what are you doing here?
What a curious question. I live here.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
Alright. How fortunate that we should find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Soroban about our situation. If anyone here can help us, it's him.
So tell me, my friends, what strange tides bear you to our home? That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I shall introduce you to our leader, Ponchin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case.
The reason this reminds me of Phantom Menace? No, wait. The Clone Wars? Yeah. When they have to... No. No, it is a Phantom Menace. Where they have to go underwater? And they meet Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, that's the first one. Okay. Really had to think about that.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Soroban in his negotiations.
Negotiations.
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
You know, honestly, Jar Jar, not that annoying. Like, sure, he is annoying, but like...
So, you seek to compel
you know.
our Red Brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
That's
I think everyone
right.
got a little
We
worked
know
up
your
by,
two
you
clans
know,
have your difference
telling the actor for Jar Jar Binks to fucking kill himself.
Brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something.
From far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. You shall have it. All creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small. Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite. We Kojin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are? Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Kojin.
Cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power, and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. To honor the divine, they deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our red brothers live by the sword, we blue Kojin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace. Alas, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the red falls unjustly upon the blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us, denying us our treasures. This cannot continue.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the Red may be driven to retreat into their shells. But to share with you this knowledge is to reveal secrets of the divine. Assurances must first be had, trust forged, a bargain struck.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
What expired,
Delight
John?
not overmuch in such things, Sotoban. Now,
If you're talking about something in the
tell our
game,
guests what must be done.
I'm barely paying attention because I don't know.
Wish.
I don't know if I care about these turtle guys.
Well,
Oh, your
I've no
subscription.
idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
Yeah, I agree with Lise. I don't know what the fuck they were just talking about. Turtle pride? Turtle power? Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles?
Listen well, my friends. We require your assistance with the search for a priceless treasure, the Yasakani no Magatama. This jewel, this most sacred of Kojin relics, was in the possession of Hingashi until they decided to present it to the Garleans in a gesture of conciliation. The Red would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel bearing it to their imperial masters. Alas, though they succeeded, in the ensuing chaos, the Magatama was lost to the sea. We wished to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers. However, were we to come into a conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we turn to you, So you would want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, you know, drowning. Fear not. There is a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing. But first you must prepare offerings for the sea. I require twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and a freshly harvested uniki carapace. That's quite the shopping list. I will see to the shells, and Lise can look for the coral. Zermar, would you go and find an unkai and relieve it of its carapace? Yeah, these are turtles in half shells. They can take their shells off, though. Could the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles take their shells off? I should have tuned in the crystal before I... Oh, cool crystal. A bit of a combination of Shredder and the turtles that are turtly enough for the Turtle Club. Ain't that turtly enough for you? I feel like Master of Disguise is one of the worst movies that so many people who are born right around when I was born know so well. Still need to go up more. You got any fun plans for the weekend, John? Sorry, Miss Old Crab, but I'm about to absolutely fuck up your day. Did I not do it inside the circle? Whoops, did the wrong thing. Alright. Well, I hope, again, the working on the car thing works out just fine. I don't see why it wouldn't. The worst thing you can do is just have to, you know, figure out how to do more. Okay, does that count? Or do I need to kill more of them? Hey, at least what thing do I have to kill? Seriously, I've killed like 6 of these guys. I mean, I'll kill all of them if I have to.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I need to change the serpentine belt in my car. I hate how every time I'm like, oh, I should be able to do this job really easy on my car. It's like, oh, I need one incredibly specific tool that I don't have, and most shops don't sell anyway. So then I gotta go to a specialty car shop, and I'm like, hey, I need a flat ratchet, or a belt tightener, and it's like, okay, well, I wish they just had it at Menards, but they don't. Probably could go try Home Depot, I suppose. Yo, Saruman.
Well, have you the Onkai car pass? How splendid they are. The kami shall be most pleased, I am sure.
I got it. I got the ruby coral you wanted. And the sea snail shells. They're about the size of my fist, though. I realize now you may have meant yours.
These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you'll be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yasakage no Magadamana Mana Wana Mana Wana Pia.
Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the three of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small.
Every time Aneve responds to something that you say, I'm just like, my train of thought is immediately derailed. Although I guess that one doesn't, it's just such a long sentence for Aneve to type. I don't know.
Ha ha ha! Surely you realize we have been searching this whole time. The area we wish you to explore is but a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already have we scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory to no avail. All that remains is a region to the west. The shell list of Suino Sato can provide you with better guidance than we. You should do well to visit them first.
Shellless? You mean the Kojin aren't the only ones living underneath the sea?
Of course not. The Rain have been here as long as I can remember. Shiosai, the overseer, I believe can tell you more when you arrive.
Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if that was true, John.
But we are getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to carry out the ritual.
Yeah, we are definitely getting ahead of ourselves. Alright, ready for the ritual, buddy.
Are you ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike any you have ever known? Then let us go to western part of the village where the water twists and turns, and there complete our preparations for the ritual.
There we go. And I'm on quest level 63. That's that's what they say, but sometimes you just gotta trust your instincts. And I gotta be right back. My eyes are drying out.
Okay. I am back. Okay. Whoa. He dove into the water a moment ago and said to wait here until he's returned.
It is done. Your offerings have been given to the sea.
Cool.
The ritual can begin at last. Come and stand before me, my friends. Yes, yes. Listen to my words, and let all else wash away. Listen to my words, and feel them flow into your heart. At first a trickle, then a flood. O Kami of the fathomless waters of the fallen, the ascended, the flowing, and the becalmed, caretakers of the shallows and of the depths, receive of us our meager offerings, cleanse these ones of earth and stone, and grant them your blessing, that they might drink deep of the divine.
Well, he can pickpocket me as long as I get the ability to breathe underwater.
The ritual is complete, my friends. You may now breathe in the depths as you would upon land.
Strange. I don't feel any different. Are you sure it worked?
Reasonably. The blessing does have its limits, of course. While it will allow you to dwell in the depths, it will not help you traverse them.
I can swim well enough. How about you, Alize?
Oh, like a fish, in contrast to my doggy-paddling brother.
Wow.
Somehow, the boy just isn't very buoyant.
Skilled or no, your bodies are ill-suited to the sea. Your cause demands alacrity, and you shall have it. But first, let us take to the water.
Wonder if there's gonna be a whole swimming tutorial. I mean, if it's just like flying, which I assume it would be, it's pretty straightforward.
Incredible. I could swear I was breathing air.
Now I shall summon for you noble steeds of great strength.
Honestly, super funny. Because Yoshi P said that they would never do Blitzball, and people keep asking for it in this game. And like the fact that you can breathe underwater and there's a whole segment where you're gonna be like swimming and stuff is so funny that he's like, no fucking
I
way.
bet they could take us all the way to the
It would take me
deepest
6
depths of the
hours,
sea.
but I'm never gonna do it.
And so they may. After we've won over the Confederacy, rescued Kosetsu, and liberated your respective homelands.
Should you become parted from your steeds, return to me, and I shall call them again. Take care, my friends, and may the Kami speed you on your way.
I don't remember if you were here, John, but did you hear me the one day where Blitzball, they are actually just holding their breath. They don't have any way to breathe underwater. They're just holding their breath. And that is an insane piece of lore. Like, they aren't using
We'll find
magic.
that treasure in no time. Come on!
Like, they could have just said it was oxygenated water or something, and that's like the Blitzball arena. Nope. Just holding their breath.
Yep. It just, yeah, I just am just shocked. Just shocked that they would do that. Okay. Pretty sick that I can go underwater, though. And this is, you know, I said it before, but this is pretty much incredibly similar to the Phantom Menace. This must be Suino Sato, the rain village Sorbin told us about. Right, then, let's see if they can't help us find the Korjan's missing jewel. Oh, bayonet. Underwater emotes, okay. You know, I'm pretty sure there's probably something akin to a lightsaber in this game. Maybe if I would have had a different class. I got a light sword. If this is Suino Sato, then Shioshi, the overseer, should be around here somewhere. I dare say one of the locals will be able to point us in the direction. Though, now that I look around, I get the distinct impression we are not welcome here. Hey, found him. It took like no time. Hey, it's one of the dragon people. What the hell are you guys doing underwater? So, this is our man? Leave this place and never return. We have no needs of wide-eyed wanderers. Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. My name is Lise, and these are my friends, Zeramor and Alice. We're looking for the overseer of Suino Sato, Shioshi. That's you, isn't it? The Kojin of the Blue sent you hither, did they? I'm no overseer, nor ever would I claim to be. I am High Priest of Shuisi, of the Violet Tides, Shuisai. So you are the man we're looking for. Great, we need your help. We're looking for this jewel called the Yasakaki no... Stop, I will hear no more. We will suffer no outside troubles in our sanctuary, especially those of would-be treasure hunters. Chirp chirp. Quiet, Sobe, or there will be no dango for dinner. I can do naught to aid you. I say to you again, leave this place and never return. At the very least, sir, you might condescend to tell us of your village, and of why you are so loath to show us even the most basic courtesy. Suino Sato is our sanctuary. Under the benevolent leadership of the Ruby Princess, sovereign of Shuisi, we reign, enjoy humble yet fulfilling lives, but it was not always so. Long ago, our forebears were driven from their ancestral lands. Beneath the waters, they sought refuge from the ravages of war, and here they flourished. All that we are, our culture, our traditions, was born of the sea, as was I. Now this is like that episode of Futurama. Except they didn't evolve into mer people. Though we have engaged others in diplomacy, it has ever been with the utmost caution. Isolation and independence are essential to preserving our way of life. So it was when Doma fell 25 years past, the Ruby Princess, in her wisdom, decreed that we would take no part. As it was, so shall it ever be. Forever and ever apart. Forgive me, I understand I understand now how highly you value your way of life. Now you will suffer none to endanger it. You may be assured that we have no desire to do so, and I would hope that we have given you no cause to assume otherwise. You have not, but this changes nothing. Honestly, I feel like that was probably Ewan's idea, and he might have gotten Liam to do it, but Ian probably thought that was actually how you did it. I think Ewan is in my top 5 most charming actors. I just love him. I just love him to death. And I can never understand anyone who dislikes him.
Regardless of your intentions, it is not my place to break with tradition. I must consider the wishes of all who call Suish no Sato home. For me to defy their will and permit outsiders to remain would be a gross betrayal of my responsibilities. Please do not ask this of me. Thank you for your time, sir. And so it continues. Another village, another deaf ear. Clearly, Girabanya is not the only place with walls. I'm starting to wonder if this was all a huge mistake. Kosetsu couldn't have known we would take this long. I only hope he's still alive. I have an itchy as fucking nose.
Meanwhile, in the Tavern of Asari. George is just like, what the fuck are you two doing?
I tire of this filthy tavern, and its still filthier clientele.
Tis scant reward for your treachery, aye. A painted woman of your rich experience deserves a better class of customer.
Oh, name calling. Is that what we've been reduced to?
That was a pretty classy way of calling her a slut.
Orphan of the Nayuri. Widow of Sashihai. What joy it must have brought you to be revenged upon us all.
You know, some people need to
Not
pay to get
enough.
stomped on like that.
Not nearly enough. My appetite for your agony is as an abyss. Bottomless. Insatiable. Before you die, you will cry and beg and prostrate yourself upon the earth. You will crawl on your belly through the muck and the piss and debase yourself for my amusement. All of you. But you think you are made of sterner stuff? Rather than have him beat you, mayhap I should have my oaf go and fetch your master's head. Oh, poor Lord Kayan. Kami rest his soul. Noble leader of a fallen nation. A fine puppet he made for the Viceroy. For a time. 25 years he was content to serve his masters as a dog. And then everyone had to rise up and get themselves killed. Tell me, how did it feel to fail him that day? To live with the disgrace of his death?
Yeah, there's definitely Rule 34 about this gal.
Not that you were a stranger to living with disgrace, of course. In the what was it? 25 years since you were humiliated and tossed into an imperial jail? You had plenty of time to get used to it. Oh yes, I heard the stories. About the samurai who would do anything to return to his master's side, even if it meant pledging his blade to his sworn enemy. They say he walked with death, That he slew 1,000 men in the Empire's name. Truly a tale for the poets.
I do not deny my sins, but I will not be reproached by the likes of you.
Oh, I mean not to reproach you, but to praise you. You're a survivor, samurai. Just like me. So, let us not dwell on the past, you and I, and instead give thought to the future. To wit, I would ask you again to help me resolve this vexing matter of Doma's missing heir. Living or dead, it makes no difference, really. But the Garleans are most insistent that we put this problem behind us. And I know you helped him flee. So tell me, what became of Lord Hien?
Hien?
To my dismay, the details escape me at present. Mayhap your dog could jog my memory.
Get on with it, and mark me, brute. There is no limit to how far you can fall.
Of all the bloody stupid... Ah! When I get back to Eorzea, I'm gonna find that little shite, and I'm gonna make him pay.
Oh, there's other people here? I had no idea. Okay, I think that's enough for tonight, because I'm gonna start falling asleep. I don't know why it does that. Well, Switch isn't here, so we'll probably not raid. Honestly, John, I could see that. I mean, like, it's like being cucked, except by a masochist? Cucksachist? The cucksachist. Now I'm imagining an exorcist scenario with a cuck. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I gotta get off though, because my brain's gonna go to stupid places. All right, night, John.